This is Sound Off 60.
I want to make sure that the best team is the champion.
Yeah.
I want to play,
And that's key.
if that tournament comes up with this is the best team, I'm for that.
Southwest Louisiana's premier sports talk television show.
With me?
Hey.
Without me? All
That
right.
might be the
Hey.
dumbest argument we've ever had.
You
I like
are
the way he
most
does that.
idiotic imbecile if you thought that argument did not have merit. Look, did not.
All right,
McCarran.
So you're talking about my LSU quarterback?
Yeah.
What you put with me, without me.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Here are the boys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
If anybody tells you Southwest Louisiana isn't the epicenter of high school baseball, now correct them. There it is, the headline in the American press.
There it is.
Buck Dynasty. And there's maybe a budding dynasty in sports. And Kinder High School, they win a state baseball championship.
Yes.
And Fairview also wins, all chocker-block into a great weekend of baseball at the
doubt.
Murray Complex in Sulphur over the weekend. Guys, they get a 3-bell for that one. Barb, Fairview,
They do.
and Kinder. Congratulations
kidding.
to the kids and the schools and the programs and
Big
all their
time.
fans, because it is a collaborative effort to win any kind of state championship,
Yeah.
no less baseball, which is very difficult to do. Am I right to say epicenter? I
Yeah.
mean,
But you know
we
what's funny,
know
though?
the strength of baseball
Yeah.
in this area, and it's not just Barb now.
Yeah.
But Barb has been the leading program. But
Yeah.
it's
But you know
It's
what? We go
making
back,
the-
Rick,
it's
and we
making
talk
the
about.
Sulphur and Sam Houston
Yes.
have been good.
Yeah.
St. Louis has had good
St.
teams.
Louis as
They've
well.
won a
Yeah,
state
they have history as
championship.
well.
Yeah. And we're talking
You know,
soccer
just a
when you
couple
talk about
years
St.
ago.
Louis. We're talking
Well,
soccer.
they're known for soccer, but
Soccer, yeah.
they have a history in baseball too.
Yeah.
So,
But you know what? When you look at the different schools around the state, you know, we always tend to say, well, you know, they're just going to capitalize in football, you know. And when you talk about baseball, it's got to be Barb Bucks.
yeah,
and that's local.
Football.
So that's
the,
what makes
the
me
football
feel good.
titles for a while was up
North
north,
Louisiana.
and maybe a little New Orleans,
Yeah.
a little Baton
Yeah.
Rouge,
Yeah.
maybe Lafayette with Acadiana, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Basketball.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks of New Orleans,
Exactly.
maybe Baton Rouge and Alexandria. So now baseball.
And that's a good thing.
Well, they
Rick, when you
moved
got
the baseball to Sulphur to cut down on travel expenses.
And maybe so.
Yeah.
For the local teams, especially this year.
But
especially this
to
year.
have a team this local and to do this
Three
well,
of them.
that's pretty good,
Yeah.
man. You've got to say a lot about that.
Some
That's pretty
programming
good.
notes you got to hang around. Later on in the first half hour, 2 of the star players for the Barb Bucks. Pitcher, first baseman Gunnar Leger will be on. And also the catcher, Bryce Jordan, will be here.
Yeah.
Next week, because he's traveling, head coach Glenn Caccini, who has overseen 7 or 8 of these state titles, I'm losing count,
Yeah.
was on the road watching one of his sons play minor league baseball out in Georgia.
And I think
Could
that's
not
pretty
come in.
important.
A little bit. He's got a little free time. Holiday
Okay.
week. He's on the
I
road
think that's
watching,
pretty
watching
important,
more
okay?
baseball.
Yeah.
Glenn Caccini is going to be here for a 2-hour
Yeah.
show, and I'm being facetious.
Yeah.
Next week.
No, but
he's
Glenn
ready.
can
We'll
go.
ask
Glenn
one
can go an hour
question
easy,
and
okay?
We'll
Believe me.
ask one question in the hour.
And that's
Well,
it,
no,
it's
he
done.
wants us
Spoke
to
to
ask.
Glenn.
I spent a good while with Glenn on the phone today, and he gave me some insights to this team this year. You cannot miss tonight's show, and
Yeah.
you cannot miss next week's show with
Yeah.
Glenn Caccini. He wants to cover some stuff as we do, but
Yeah.
he could not make it tonight.
I can't
He'll be
imagine
in
that.
tomorrow night, or next Monday night.
And to be honest with you, Rick, we had a lot going on this week, and we had a lot riding on possibly trying to get Coach Miles back on the show again, because for those of you that didn't know, he was in my hotel on Friday.
Yeah.
Because his son was here in town playing also.
Yeah.
But
Out of the state
University.
tournament.
yeah, lo and behold, they didn't win. So he called me and said, "Hey, kid, I'd have to cancel my plans, man.
Yeah,
Things right now, I've got a kid that's really upset right now."
Winning
that's
means
with me."
you can stay over.
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
yeah. So we hate
go
that he
into
had to
You
go
spent
in.
a little time with Coach Miles.
Yeah,
at the
he was here in town
ballpark.
on Friday, yeah.
Very comfortable there. I
Yeah,
think I asked you
yeah.
that. Did people kind of
No.
gave
no,
him
no.
the space?
I
He
mean,
was
they
watching
knew
his kid.
who he was and why he was there. And no, but he was being more sociable, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. And but, I mean, that's always been Coach Miles. But I was really looking for him to stay the entire week because I was going to try to sneak a show in.
Yeah.
You know, to be perfect on. I was going to call you in
It
school and
was
say,
going
hey.
to end Saturday regardless.
Yeah, but we could have did the show Saturday morning. Okay, we could have gotten the show in.
I was playing golf.
Oh, see what I mean? See what I mean?
When it
See
comes
what I mean?
to Les Miles,
Look, I was thinking, I'm telling you.
and a
I
camera and
was
microphone
thinking.
will be there. He
I
wanna
was
be
thinking, I'm telling you guys. I was thinking, but
Can
no,
you
well.
imagine? He usually calls me every time he comes.
Yeah.
to town. What was he thinking?
He knew you were playing golf.
He
so
see you
said,
enough,
you know.
Scooter, believe me.
All right. The Bar Bucks win yet another state championship. This is number 7. Am I
Number
correct, newspaper
7.
boy?
Yes, it is.
Number 7?
Number 7.
This is, and the American press put it aptly, this is a dynasty in high
Yeah.
school baseball. They don't win it every year, but over a span since 1998 was their first title, if my calendar is right. They've won 7.
And one
That's
of the
a
things
dynasty,
that,
in my opinion.
one of the things that I want to
Almost
ask
every
Scooter.
other year.
Yeah. And maybe Scooter can answer this better than anybody. But one of the things that I want to know, Scooter, when you find teams like this that know how to play so well together, have these kids been playing together for 8, 9 years? I mean, is that
No,
pretty
they've
much?
been playing together like 15
Yeah.
years.
Okay, that answers my question then, okay?
And they're barely shaving.
That answers
Yeah.
my question. That answers my question. So,
Great camaraderie, great
Exactly.
chemistry on the park, trust, belief. We'll
Yes.
get into that with the
But
players.
I'm
A
gonna
lot
get
of
it to them
love.
when
so-
they get here. Don't forget, this was the team that there've been several from here that made it to Williamsport as 12-year-olds, and
Right.
this is the one that by far did the best.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and I know Gunnar played on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure if Bryce Jordan. I assume he did, but
I'm
we'll
pretty
ask
sure
him
he
a little
did,
about
yeah.
a little bit about
So-
that.
But like Ken and Fontenot.
Yeah,
all of
Ken and
them
Fontenot,
played.
So I guess, is it just the way these guys are groomed from when they play to come up to where they need to stay together to be successful? I mean, is that what's being told to them? Because, I mean, each of these kids could go their own separate ways after leaving junior high or whatever, but is it just that they
Well, if
want to
live in
stay
the
together?
but if they're
They
close
live
in
in
the
Lauberge
district,
district,
so they're
that's
going to
where
go.
they go to
Why
high
would they
school.
go anywhere else? I mean,
But I guess that's not
the-
what I wanted. That's not what my question was being. I guess what I was trying to say is that, is it just that they know that they can continue to be successful if they stay together?
talent and belief. Here, let me. I think.
Where were they going?
Well,
Here's
I guess
another question
I guess,
I'm
but
gonna
not
ask,
all of
and
them.
we'll,
I guess
we'll
said-
ask the players
I guess,
this too.
Yeah, played in the
but
same
really,
district. or not.
correct me if I'm wrong. Of that roster, across the outfield, infield,
Yeah.
whatever, maybe Fontenot, and I could be corrected on this, but maybe Fontenot was the only one that was a dual sport star who played football.
I
Obviously.
think he was.
The
Well, I don't
rest
know.
of
I'm
them
saying-
focused in
I'm
on
saying
football.
maybe he was.
And
I
these
mean-
are great athletes. These are
Yeah.
these kids. These are pretty big kids too. I mean, you get. Gunnar Leger's dad is Tim Leger, played
Right,
quarterback for the
right.
Cowboys. I think he has some quarterback and football DNA
Just a
in
little
there.
bit, yeah.
But they chose to focus on the bread and butter and what their true
Yeah.
talent is, which is baseball. And when you do that,
Which is not a bad
it's
sport, though.
365, 24/7
Not bad.
baseball.
It is. I mean, you got
You
those
got that kind
tournament
of
teams,
commitment,
you
you're
got those
gonna
all
be
kind of
good.
teams you play on all year round. So I mean, and can be very taxing, which I mean,
Yeah.
to be expensive.
Yes.
You know, to be honest with you. So it's a commitment that I think the parents have to make also with these kids.
Oh, no doubt. So I think that fosters, again, the lifeblood of this program of how good they continually have been. And no shortage in talent and stars coming up.
Yeah.
Adam Gorey wins the championship game, and he's a freshman.
Yeah. I guess
He's a freshman.
I guess me asking Scooter, because Scooter's watched me play sports all my life. Scooter, could I have been a great baseball player also? What would have been my position?
I would compare it to your golf game. I've also watched you play a lot
And I will
of golf.
I'll go with you on that. All right, we're
I'll
going to
leave
take
it
our
at
first
that. All right.
pause. We're talking bar baseball, kinder baseball. Fairview wins the state championship. It was a great weekend.
It was.
Maybe
Great
later on in
sports
the show
weekend.
we'll talk about. The only game I was able to make was the championship
Yeah.
game.
Which
You were
was a
there
good
over
game.
the weekend.
Yeah, which
and
was a good
again,
game.
the complex, the venue, the organization, all goes
Norman
into
Ford,
making this.
Fred,
And boy, they
do a
just
great
know
job.
how to do
They
it.
do a great job.
The-
They do.
and
McMurray Park is a great place to
They
be.
know how to do it. All right, we're
Tough
coming
place
back
to
in about
get
two.
out
Stay
of.
right
Yes,
here.
it
Don't go
is,
for it.
Scooter. Yes, it is.
Sound Off 60 is brought to you by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
Behold the original light beer. The inventor of great taste and less filling. The one that dared to say, maybe light beer should taste like beer. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Hi, we're the Tarver family. We've been in business for 30 years. The question that people ask us most often is, what's the best time of the year to buy? We believe the best time is when the most people are buying, and that's in May and June.
So we're starting a brand new tradition, our first annual May-June sale. It's our biggest savings of the year on our biggest inventories of the year. At either one of our locations, Lake Charles Toyota or Tarver Ford.
It's our biggest sale in our 30-year history.
And it's our annual May-June sale.
At Lake Charles Toyota, Highway 14 south of I-210. Or Tarver Ford, I-10 exit 21 in Sulphur.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Brett Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Soundoff 60.
This is it. The big bang of light beers. The one that started it all. 96 of the hardest working calories in the business. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge. The cavalcade of Buccaneer stars has begun now with star pitcher Gunnar Leger celebrating their 7th Class 5A state championship. Gunnar, welcome to Soundoff 60. Glad to have you aboard.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And the obvious, congratulations. What a year. What a performance by you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
39-2, most wins in program history. I repeat, most wins in program history.
That's pretty good.
12-0 for you as a starting pitcher. The numbers just keep, I keep rolling on. Best, greatest, most accomplished Barb team in history, in your opinion? Because obviously you've been there for 4 years.
Yeah, yes, sir. I would say so. That's saying a lot with the history that the program has and the history of Coach Zucchini and all his accomplishments. But we're just blessed, and we're so happy that we could bring a national championship to Lake Charles, to the state. And we're just excited as a team and as a group.
Follow that up.
Well,
national championship. Go ahead.
Well, it did kind of set up exactly what I was going to ask, because we're not the only one who said this is the best in a lot of great bar baseball teams. If I'm not mistaken, your own coach said it like in mid-season. Said this was his best team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did that ever put pressure on y'all?
A little bit in the beginning of the season. We felt that we were a special team and we could do some special things. And from the beginning, we set our goal. We set a goal to be state and national champions. And when we got those 2 losses early in the season, we kind of thought that the national championship was out of the picture, because there's usually a 1 loss or an undefeated team in the country. And we just said that we were going to keep playing and try and win a state championship. And we just kept winning, and it happened that we were in number 1 in the polls in a week, and we realized that the dream was back alive. Yeah. And we said that we would take it 1 inning, 1 game at a time, and the rest would take care of itself, and it did.
But I guess what I'm saying, it's a tremendous accomplishment to make it to Sulphur, to be one of those last 4 teams. But it seemed like that was never going to be y'all's season was not going to be a success with anything less than that trophy from all the build-up y'all had. Yeah. And that had to put extra pressure on.
Yeah, a little bit, but as a group, we played since we were 8 and 9, and we played in a lot of big games with the Little League World Series and the regionals on ESPN and all that. And so, we like the big moment. We like to play for a cause, for a reason.
Yeah. Y'all have grown up some since that Williams sport.
Just a little bit. One of the things I think Scooter mentioned to you earlier was that pressure. Now, being in a household, being your dad, Tim Leger, being around sports all his life, how has that played a major factor in the success that you've had? Because not everybody get a chance to come from a setting such as yours.
No doubt.
So how has that played a big part in your success, Gunnar?
Nah, I think that raised me to be a great young man. He's taught me many things, and I mean, he's been a role model of mine since I was little, and I always looked up to him. I love him to death, and I mean, I wouldn't trade him for anything.
You said you love him to death, huh?
I love him to death.
That's got to be touching for Tim.
Gunnar Lauberge, star pitcher,
good
first baseman for the Bar Bucks, has joined us. They're fresh off that 7-1 win over Live Oak. Let's go back to the weekend. You were the starter in the semifinal.
Yes, sir.
2-0 win over St. Amant. It was a 4-hit, 8-strikeout performance by you. You were undefeated over the year. What was the thinking? What was the strategy to not save the star senior for the championship game and go with the semi game and put the freshman Adam Gorey, who was just unbelievable, in the championship game? What was the thinking there?
Well, I mean, we as a team and Coach Akini and his coaching staff had a ton of trust in Adam. As you know, I mean, the kid's a stud. Yeah. And we knew that we had to win that semifinal game to get to the final game. And I mean, we thought that once we got to the finals, that, I mean, if we put Gorey up there, we were going to win no matter what, basically. And we just had to get there. So that was kind of the thought process. And he wanted me up there, and I wanted the ball. And so.
How 2-0? That's a close game.
Really close game. The guy they threw, I think he's committed to Louisiana Tech. He was good, man. He mid to upper 80s fastball with a changeup and a breaking ball. He did a great job against us, in, out, up, down. And so, I mean, he held us to 2, and I mean, I just able to shut him out. We got the win.
That's kind of the core of this group is a group that the Lake Charles was first introduced to with that Williamsport trip. But y'all go back further than that, I think. Was there a time you realized that this group you were with, either before or after Williamsport or Sulphur, whenever, that you realized this group was special?
I mean, when we were 8 or 9, we started playing with the Pirates. We went on, I think we won like 8 or 9 state championships in a row in the USSSA deal. And I mean, we thought we were good, but we were just out there playing baseball. I mean, we were just having fun as kids. And I think after the Williamsport thing, because we decided as a group that we would just give it a shot, go play Little League. I mean, that was kind of the dream when you're 12 and 13. And making it up there kind of opened our eyes that we were pretty good.
Yeah. Is this, when you look back, and you look at all the success that you guys have had, and you look at how long you guys have been together playing, how big a factor has that played in the success of what you guys have had? Do you think you could have taken some guys from different schools and put them together and have had the success that you guys have had? Is it just knowing each other and knowing what to expect of each other?
Yeah, I think.
How has that played a part?
I think that plays a big part. I don't think you can just grab a bunch of talented kids and stick them together. I mean, I think that's kind of like with the summer league thing. You just grab everyone from around the country, get the best players from around the country, and I mean, you can win some games, but I think it's just different when you're playing with guys that you play with your whole life. Yeah. I mean, you know what they're going to do, they know what you're going to do, and
trust factor.
It's a trust factor. You know what's expected, and you know what you're going to get every day.
Yeah. Gunnar Lauberge has joined us from the Bar Bucks championship team, their 7th state championship in Class 5A. You mentioned the word trust, faith, belief, accountability, and that other 4-letter word, love, for these guys, because the amount of time and hours that you spend together. Those are some of the words that Caccini let it be known throughout the year that really molded this team. Yeah. Expound on that and how important. I know you're good on the diamond, but it's the dugout, and it's the after hours, and it's that locker room, and it's that trust, love, and belief and faith in each other. Isn't it that really that carries this team?
Yes, sir, no question. I think, I mean, for me, being an only child, I grew up with these guys, and I mean, they were like my brothers. They were my extended family. I never had a brother, but I mean, I had 7 of them or 8 of them.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, we really do love each other. We would do anything for each other, and I think that really takes it to the next level.
Yeah. The bond. I mean, can you imagine the bond?
It is.
And you bonded,
I mean, it's
high school, college, and pro. But these guys won state titles together, went to Williamsport together, cried together over losses and, of course, championships.
You're right. And, I mean, this is something, Rick, that I think Gunnar's going to carry with him for the rest of his life. The guys that he's played with, it's just something, it's that brotherhood.
Yeah. Football. Tim Lauberge, high school quarterback. quarterback coach, assistant, coordinator, played quarterback for the McNeese Cowboys. We talked about it in the first segment.
I would always say things nice about your dad, so just know Rick setting you up. Him and Scooter always comment about your dad, but I always said Tim was my man. You know that now, okay?
Why only baseball? Is it something that you thought you decided on to stay away from the football field? Collaborative effort with you and your folks?
You played up until this year, though, right?
Yes, sir. I played in my sophomore and junior year, and then couldn't play my senior year for some medical reasons, some stuff like that. But I enjoyed football. I love it. I grew up around it. He coached it my whole life. I was around the practice field as a little kid. Right. McNeese when he was playing and I was little, and I love it. But baseball is what I want to do. And that's
so the decision for the senior year, outside of the medical reasons, was really to focus in on baseball.
No, I was going to play. It was strictly medical reasons.
Medical?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, so what's next for you?
UL. On the UL.
UL. White.
Yes, sir.
Pretty good little team, huh?
Yes, sir.
Pretty good little team.
Was that the primary? Look, they've become a powerhouse.
Yep.
They've already got Omaha history. Was that the only choice? Were there other schools? And what led you to UL Lafayette?
I was always interested in UL. Obviously I grew up in Lafayette. Right. My grandpa has season tickets, still has them, and he would take me to games when I was little. They have a great fan base, a winning tradition, and
Tony Robichaux's a great guy.
Great
too.
coach.
He is.
Great coach. And with the pitchers he's pumped out and their numbers for his career, I just felt like it was a great fit. And Coach Deggs, who they acquired, I think, a few years ago, who's the hitting coach, he's run through guys like Michael Waka from the Cardinals. When he was at A&M, he coached him, Hunter Pence, and a few other guys. And so they're a pretty established coaching staff.
They are.
And I just feel like it's a great fit for me and what I want to do.
All right. Well, continued success.
Yes. Much.
Great job. Gunnar Leger wins the semifinal game, and of course, a big part of the Barb Bucks' 7th state 5A state championship. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Glad to have you aboard. Coming up next,
Always.
more Bucks. The Jordan Twins. Coming up next. Stay right here. We're coming back to Jack Daniels.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford, Beglis Parkway in Sulphur.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
Choosing your doctors and healthcare professionals is an important and personal decision, and one that you should feel totally comfortable with. Hello, I'm Dr. Trisa Guidry, and I'd like to welcome you to our clinic, where your health and well-being is our top priority. I'm a board-certified OBGYN and a graduate of LSU. My dedicated staff and I would like to invite you to call for a consultation and appointment. You will experience the trust, comfort, and medical treatments you deserve. We are Dr. Trisa Guidry.
Welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge. The Barb Bucks, we told you earlier, we're going to be telling you through the entire show. They got a dynasty. It's 7 State 5 Class A championships. 2 more of the stars.
Yes.
Wore the blue and white will soon be in the purple and gold, and that should warm your heart.
And it does, believe me.
Twin
2
brothers.
Tigers, former Tigers. What else can you expect?
Future Tigers.
Future Tigers.
You're the has-been. They're the future.
I'm going to tell you
These
the story
are the
how great I
budding
was there, guys. Great football player. Okay, I'm going to tell
Twin
you guys.
Bucks. Bryce, Jordan, and on the far end in the blue, it's
Yeah,
Joe
we got
Jordan.
that right.
All right,
Bryce
and Bo. Let's kick it off, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Another state championship for the Barb Bucks. You guys were instrumental in this win. As everybody knows who were there or read the reports on the game. We'll start with you, Bryce. You had the big hit. You were the big homer, but you were the big hit. Give us a sense of early on. We didn't talk with this about Gunnar. Gory on the mound. You fell behind 1-0. We'll get into the steal at home, which I thought was I thought it was a game changer in that. Give us a sense from your perspective, the flow of the game and the confidence that it took and the momentum, how it started and then mid-innings, how it progressed.
I mean, we just had to get out there. I mean, as a freshman pitching a state championship game, I mean, he had a little nerves. It was a little nerve-wracking for him. So after the first inning,
you're the catcher now, so you're behind the plate.
Oh, yeah.
So you know this.
Yeah, we called Tom like 3 times just to go talk to him because his nerves were probably running high. And then all the seniors got him up in the dugout and said we got his back after that first inning. That just let him put the ball in play. And our defense is doing well enough this season that we were going to get him out.
Bases loaded in the opening stanza in the first inning, and they only come away with 1 run. That was huge, was it not?
Yeah. I mean, he was throwing too many balls. He was walking a lot, but he came back. I mean, he walked the run in, which wasn't. I mean, it was okay because we knew we were going to come back and score. Yeah. He knew we were going to come back and score, but he knew he had to throw strikes because he knew that we were going to come back.
Yeah.
Was there ever a time this season you thought there was any way y'all don't end up winning the state championship? Either one of you, both of you.
I knew since the beginning we were going to win a state championship. It was our mindset that we were going to go out there and win a national championship because we wrote it down at the beginning of the season, 2014 national and 2014 state champions.
Yeah. One of the things
you respond to that. I'm sorry, Kevin.
And go off him to win a national championship means you have to win the state championship.
Yeah.
I mean, so I guess losing the first 2 early on kind of like pushes back a little bit. And then once we regained that number 1 ranking, we're like, oh man, we can do this.
Yeah.
We started getting momentum. We started taking it 1 game at a time, and it just breezed by after that. Went by really fast.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel like being able to end up going down to Baton Rouge to play for the Tigers, knowing the success that they've had, the Skip Bergmans, the great coaches? What kind of mindset does that put in you guys to say, you know what, I'm going to be playing for Louisiana State, the Tigers? How does that make you guys feel, man?
I mean, ever since the beginning, we grew up an LSU Tiger fan. We used to go to a bunch of the games when Blake Dean and all of them played. Yeah. And then just watching them play and then watching them get excited and watching them win a national championship. Yeah. I mean, it was a dream when we were little just to play for the Tigers. And then once we started getting recruited by other colleges, and then when LSU made the offer, we didn't hesitate to commit.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't hesitate to commit to the college that we want, to LSU.
That's pretty good.
We got the Bryce and Bo, the Jordan twins from the Bar Bucks, winners of their 7th state championship. Bo, let's go to you. It was 1-1. 1-0. Check that in the second inning. You're sitting bottom of the first. I stand corrected. You're sitting at third. What was going on? Did Caccini make the call, obviously, and you're still home?
Well, people ask me, what were you thinking when Glenn called the play-in, our coach Caccini, and I was like, well, he didn't call the play until he told me. He was like, we saw him from the wind-up, so he was like, Bo, you think you can make it home? I was like, yes, sir. And then he called the pitch in, called the play in the gunner. He's still home, and we executed it. And he consults with his players before he does anything really big because he has so much trust in us. And I think that was really smart.
Well,
Go ahead.
Would he ask if the third baseman didn't hear all this?
Do one of these. Come here.
Could you make it home, huh? Could you make it in?
Right there.
Yeah. Oh, I know Glenn talks loud.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Pivotal play, though, Bo. I mean, it was huge. It was huge. I mean, those guys were shocked. I mean, you could sense it.
And after we scored that, we kind of got the momentum back.
Yeah.
And,
they lost all the momentum.
We started scoring 1, then we picked off 2, and then 1, and then 2 again. And they never regained the confidence they had in the first inning.
Yeah, well, the 2 homers were big. Right. You and your teammate, and the names, were huge, but that set the early tempo. Go ahead.
Okay, I asked Gunnar this too, but almost from the early on this season, I think even it was your own coach saying this is the best Barb team he's had. He's had a lot of good ones. Was there every time, did that feel like extra pressure? I know, like, y'all are headed to LSU. I covered all 6 of LSU's national championships. It's not necessarily LSU's 6 best teams. Yeah. over that time span, beginning with last year, which was certainly, to me, rank up within the upper. But was that extra pressure where he's, you'd already won 6 state championships, and he says this one is the best. So anything less than a state championship is going to be a failure.
I think there could be arguably that other teams had more talent, but as a team and as a whole and as a one,
the chemistry that we had.
The chemistry was probably one of the best teams he's ever had by far. I think that's what he was trying to say.
And we started early, like freshman year, we had 6 starting freshmen, and we just built up from there. I mean, because we already had varsity experience freshman year.
Right.
So we knew coming up our senior year, we already had 4 years of experience.
And we've played in so many big games. I think he knew that the pressure of him saying that wouldn't affect us as much as saying it to another team or.
Yeah. And you mentioned the key word, chemistry. And we asked Gunnar this earlier. Yeah. Do you think that has a lot to do with being able to play with guys that you've known all your life and growing up?
No doubt.
To put you guys where you're at now.
No doubt. You have to trust the guy next to you that he's gonna make the play, and the pitcher has to trust his defense. Not only to think he can't do it, he doesn't have to do it by himself. He can throw a strike. Yeah. He throw it down the middle and get a ground ball, and we're gonna make the play.
Now, let me ask this: what's the relationship between pitcher and catcher? I mean, do you guys kind of like get into it like, no, don't call that. No, I'm not throwing that. I mean, does it ever get like that?
Me and Gunnar do, but Gory, he trusts me to call it, because I call my own games.
Okay.
And Gory trusts me. Gory's never he shook me once.
So Gunnar shake, y'all say no. I'm not throwing it.
Gunnar shake me. Even at first base when Gory's pitching, Gunnar would kind of get mad when I call some pitches and stuff. Yeah.
Well, let's get into a little bit. I want to cover some really some other sidebar stuff. But there was a part in the semifinal game. I'm not picking on you, okay? But you got picked off, right? And you had some choice words for him.
I was mad. I mean,
this is a family feud.
Well, no, I'm just saying it was a huge fight. It's a 2-0 game, and you get picked off. Yeah. Not supposed to happen, but.
Well, I mean, I've been like seeing the ball really well, and I know that I can easily hit that guy. I went 2 for 2 that game, but then I knew that I was going to do the job, and I knew I could do the job. But then getting picked off there killed all the momentum. I mean, it will raise their momentum because they had like 2 pickoffs that game.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a buzzkill.
Yeah. One of the things about this team, Caccini was really forthright today when I spoke with him, and he'll go into it next Monday, because you really got to see next Monday's show as well. But you guys, I think it was nearly every game, you guys prayed with the other team. Nearly every game during the regular season.
Yeah,
not so much in the playoffs, but during the season.
Yeah.
And obviously, you can tell you guys are a faith-driven team, and you have a special relationship with Jesus, and it really comes to the ballpark. And this is from Caccini. This is stuff that we on the outside of the media don't know. Give us a sense of how that brought this team together, the really special bond. Because, you hear a lot about that. You hear a lot about, this is a Christian team, and but this was really the core of this team, was it not?
I mean, some of the seniors that played all 4 years that didn't get to play their senior year, like they were kind of like the spiritual leaders on our team. They motivated us to do that, and they led it. They said a prayer after every game, before every game.
That's good.
Yeah, and they would get on the mound with the other team when they'd want to, and almost every team wanted to. I mean, it's just something that we did, and it brought us closer together.
And every Tuesday we had Bible study.
Yeah.
I guess we'd have
a speaker come in,
a youth minister to come in.
Yeah.
We'd go. We have our player Bibles, and the coaches have their coaches' Bibles, and we'd go through the scripture for that day.
Exactly.
We'd just go out before we practice, and we'd read it, and then we'd go out there.
See, guys, fans need to know that, because in today's society, I think at times high school star athletes are stereotyped, and sometimes the stereotype is not good.
Right.
These guys can show that they're against the stereotype.
Yeah.
That there's some core goodness in a lot of kids out there, and we in the media and the fans just don't know about it unless you're on the inside.
And you're right, Rick. Rick, I can say this. Scooter can even vouch for it. Even back.
I love the way you put words in my mouth.
Even when I was playing at LSU, after the games and stuff, Scooter can tell you, we would huddle together after whoever won, lost, whatever, and we prayed.
Yeah, and
so that's been going on for a while.
I have to bring this up, guys. Special need children, especially Down syndrome children, are very dear to me.
Yeah.
My wife and I. You guys have a little brother. He's 11 years old, Brock. who's a Down syndrome?
He's 13.
13. Tell us a little something about Brock and how he has motivated both of you guys to excel on the athletic field where he can't, but he can excel in so many other ways.
He's been there ever since the beginning, ever since he was born. He's come to all of our games. He was really sick when he was young, so I mean, he couldn't come to all our games when he was younger. But when he got to that age where he could finally like go out in the field and stuff, he would come to all our games, cheer us on. I mean, and then as years passed, he could finally he started to understand like some of the little things about baseball. I mean, he still can't talk and stuff, but I mean, we can kind of like pick out what he's saying. But I mean, that's motivated us to not take every day for granted.
Just the fact of him being there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he comes up to he loves coming to the field, and you know, he mimics Glenn when he I guess.
I love it. I love it.
Some children pick
I love it.
Like things,
yeah.
I guess, for them
I love it.
remember who they are. But he comes to the games, he cheers, and I guess when in the middle of the inning when we play music, he gets up and dances, and everybody loves it. Everybody cheers for him.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's not a shy person. He
That's
loves
great,
being in the
though,
middle,
man. That's great.
like center of attention.
Right. Sounds like he was almost part of the team.
Yeah.
He loves everybody on the team.
Yeah. That's got to be a special relationship
I
for
bet
you
it
guys.
is,
Is
Rick.
that right? I mean, what you guys have done in your, in your young lives, and then going forward to have him as an inspiration.
Truly,
All right, man. I tell you, it's great having you here.
Great job,
stay healthy.
guys.
Again, congratulations on a great year, most wins in program history. It's Bryce Jordan, Bo Jordan, LSU bound.
Sure you got him right?
Go Tigers.
LSU
All
bound.
right.
Thank you, guys. All right, coming up next, more Bar Bus, Ken Fontenot, and so much more when we come back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge Casino. Stay right here.
We are worldwide, 365 and 24/7 at soundoff60.com. Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Back after this break.
Behold the original light beer. The inventor of great taste and less filling. The one that dared to say maybe light beer should taste like beer. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Brett Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Sound Off 60.
Hi, we're the Tarver family. We've been in business for 30 years. The question that people ask us most often is, what's the best time of the year to buy? We believe the best time is when the most people are buying, and that's in May and June.
So we're starting a brand new tradition, our first annual May-June sale. It's our biggest savings of the year on our biggest inventories of the year at either one of our locations, Lake Charles Toyota or Tarver Ford.
It's our biggest sale in our 30-year history.
And it's our annual May-June sale.
At Lake Charles Toyota, Highway 14 south of I-210, or Tarver Ford, I-10 exit 21 in Sulphur.
This is it. The big bang of light beers. The one that started it all. 96 of the hardest working calories in the business. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge. Still talking Barbuck baseball and their 7th state 5A state championship. Ken Fontenot has joined us once again to talk about the weekend, the championship, the career.
Yeah.
Most wins, we've mentioned it, maybe the greatest team ever. You go back to Williamsport and the whole history. Give us a sense of the emotion. Saturday, I don't know where you were on the dog pile, hopefully not on the very bottom.
Oh no, I was
give
at
us
the
a sense of an accomplishment of winning it again.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you know, especially to do it with this group of guys that, you know, we've been together since we were 7 years old in the Lake Area Pirates, just going around and then just finishing it the way we did, you know, going out on top, going out the best team in the state, you know, holding that trophy up at the end. It was just, it was a great feeling to do it with this group of guys.
Yeah.
I asked both of the other three guys we've had on here tonight, but like your coach has said from early in the season, this is the best Barb team ever. That's saying something.
Yeah.
The best Barb team ever. Was that ever a burden? I mean, did y'all ever feel pressure from that anything less than a state championship was probably going to be a disappointment?
No, we embraced it from the beginning. You know, we knew we had a shot to be the best ever, and that excited us. We wanted to be known as the best class to ever come through here, the best team to ever play at Barb. So, you know, we took it in. You know, we went out at practice every day. You know, we want to be the best. Took every game, just hoping to be the best, and we did it.
Yeah. Kenny, the last time we had you in, we were talking about myself, Rick, and Scooter, about you going to Oklahoma and play there.
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Things have changed. And I understand that you're going to have another teammate. Gunner is going to be going also to UL. What's that going to be like, man? Tell me how all that played into.
Well, first of all, why the change of heart there?
It was just some personal stuff going on, and it was better for me to stay home.
Closer to home.
Yeah. But to have both of you going there, talk about that, man. That's got to be pretty good, man. To have a former teammate.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be exciting. You know, me and Gunner are gonna live together. Me and Gunner are best friends. You know, we go way back. It's gonna be great to live with him, to play another 3-4 years with him, and it's gonna be great.
I gotta ask this. I mean, did you have to do a major sell job to RoboShow in Lafayette, or was the door wide open?
I mean, it was once I got my release from Oklahoma State. You know, they gave me a call. You know, I went up there, I took a visit. You know, I liked it. I loved everything about it, and then that was it.
Smooth sailing, so to speak.
Yeah, no
Kenny
doubt.
Fontenot has joined us here, second baseman for shortstop for the Barb Bucks, and of course you all know what he did on the football field. Not to be overshadowed what you've accomplished on the baseball diamond as well. We know about what happened over the weekend and how you won, and Leger on the mound in the semifinal, and then Adam Gorey on the mound, the freshman, to win the championship game. You're sitting there right behind him, early in the game, walks, hit batsman, walk the run in. Give us, what did you sense?
Well, you know, I was never worried about it. I knew he'd be nervous. I mean, he's 15 years old. He's a freshman. Like, it happens. You're gonna get nervous, and you know, I knew he was gonna settle down, and he did. And he came out and he just did what he's been doing all year.
Yeah.
Everything y'all senior class has accomplished. You go back to when y'all won. How many they say? 8 state championships with the Pirates. And then, of course, Williamsport kind of introduced all of y'all to Lake Charles. All through high school and all. I mean, and it was y'all's class. How did y'all let a freshman be the winning pitcher of the state championship game? That doesn't seem right.
He's good.
Oh, yeah.
He's a stud.
Yeah, Adam, he's gonna be a special player.
Is he an honorary member of this class or something?
Oh, absolutely. He just pitched the state championship game. Yeah, I mean, Gunner through the semifinals. Gunner went out. He dominated, and Adam was our next best guy we had. You know, even if he is a freshman, he just went out there and he did what he had to do.
Yeah. Kenan, one of the things that I like to ask is that we've had a number of your teammates here on tonight and everything. What factor you think has football played in the success that you've had on the baseball diamond versus a lot of the other players that may have only been a one sport person, but being that you've played dual sports there at Barb, how has that helped you be the baseball player that you are?
Well, I mean, this whole senior class, most of us did play football and baseball together. You know, if it was our freshman year or sophomore year, I mean, we all did it, and you know, it just brought us closer. It just, you know, we trusted each other, everything. It brought us more close together, and then it just took off on the baseball field too.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Ken. Let's talk about the national championship and the rankings and the publications and the polls. It really is somewhat of a mythical national champion. I mean, you're not going to play any of the other highly ranked, teams across the country. It's all based on opinion and what you've achieved on the field, and I'm sure there's some criteria on that. You guys are number one on a number of polls. Newspaper Boy, do you know off the top of your head? Is it 4 or 5? It's a high collection.
Yeah.
A high collection.
Well, I'm like you. I've never understood how you determine that.
Right. So we'll call it a mythical national championship. And really, well, my knowledge of this has to be the first ever in the state of Louisiana to win a state championship and become, or in quotation marks, a national champion.
I know over the years, Barb has been number one a couple of times, but I don't think at the end of a season. At the end.
What does that mean in the scope of your career and what the history of this program?
I mean, that's a big accomplishment. You know, no one in the state of Louisiana has ever done it, and Barb being a great program that it is, it's never been a national champion. So, you know, it's a great accomplishment for the program, for the school, for the team. It's just a great accomplishment. It's just
Got rings ordered?
Yeah.
Got rings ordered?
Yeah.
Have to. They better get rings.
Get some rings ordered.
Yeah. But, Ken, leaving Barb, and what is the most fond memory? And I guess, it's kind of hard for me to do this to you, but what would be the most fond memory that you would have being there, whether it was football or being on the baseball diamond, and you can look back and say that it was probably one of the best moments you had there at Barb?
That last state championship was, we've played in sophomore year, junior year, senior year. Junior year being in football, just all 3 of those games, even though we lost my junior year in football.
How did these compare with the comeback against West Monroe?
West Monroe. Oh. There at Barb. That's kind of what I was going to.
Well, that game will never be topped, but last Saturday winning that state championship with my best friends and going out the way we did, I don't think anything in this world ever topped that.
And as we let you go, I got to ask you about that bond. We talked about with the other guys, the Jordan twins and also Gunnar Leger, but this is lifelong bonds you've built with these guys. And you're probably going to be playing against some of the, the Jordan guys and some of your other guys. Well, you got another teammate going to Northwestern State. You got 6 guys going to D1 schools. Yeah. You're going to be bumping heads with some of these guys, right?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. We've always played together. Now we get to play against each other.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Bragging rights for a year or so, until we play each other again. It's just gonna be great.
All right, boy, I tell you, congratulations again.
Yeah, big congratulations.
I know we had you on talking about Oklahoma State and the possibility of playing in Louisiana. I'm glad it happened.
We all are.
Whatever reason it happened, I'm glad you're going to be in the area so people can really enjoy your talent still on the baseball diamond. So stay healthy and the best of luck. Ken and Fondo of the Bar Bucks, state champions once again. Another break. We're back to Jack in about 2 minutes. Stay right here.
Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort, home of Sound Off 60, and Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
So what are we doing at Tarver Ford this month? The lot's filling up with F-150s. I'm thinking we should do $12,000 off every one of them.
What about $13,000 off? That'll really get their attention.
That's it. $13,000 off of MSRP on every new 2013 F-150 in stock.
What about all of our new cars and SUVs?
Let's do everything. We got the largest inventory we've ever had. Let's put it all on sale. The only problem is I don't know how we're going to fit that all in one ad.
Man, I think you just did.
Come see us at Tarver Ford in Sulphur for the Everything's on Sale sale.
Welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge. It is now D week. We're here. Pool parties starting this week.
Yes, it is.
It's a holiday week.
Yes, it is.
Memorial Day. Liquid Society kicks in this Thursday out at the giant pools.
The weather's supposed to be beautiful.
Oh,
it's just going to be awesome this Thursday.
This might be.
Can't wait.
Pardon?
The wallflowers.
Wallflowers are going to be on stage, and this could. Boy, I tell you, we keep this low humidity and this breeze.
Oh yeah.
It might be the best they've had in a while, weather-wise.
You know the thing about it, Rick? They make me have to work those pool parties. It's just such a hard thing to do, to go out there and just keep the crowd in order.
It's hard.
Just a hard job.
It's hard to wear those goofy Hawaiian shirts you like to wear.
But I find my way just to be out there on those Thursdays, just to make our customers happy, man. I really do.
Get there early. It's going to be big crowds for the kickoff of the pool parties. Show with the wallflowers kick in about 8:30, and guys, the lineup. Ashes of Babylon later on. Counting Crows with Toad the Wet Sprocket is coming up. Kenny Wayne Shepherd is coming up. Yeah. The lineup is impressive indeed. And of course, May 24th, which would be Saturday night. That's this week.
Yes, it is.
Leonard Skinner at the Concert Hall, the special event center here at Lauberge Casino. You might want to still try to get tickets. I don't know if it's sold out, but it's got to be sold.
We may have a few left, though.
in the concert hall here at Lauberge Casino. Wow. Yep. And if you think it's crowded now, because it was tough getting a parking spot on early in the week.
This weekend is going to be a pretty big weekend.
It's going to be
for
crazy.
us,
All right, guys, let's continue with baseball. The SEC tournament, the Southland Conference tournament. Southland is up in Conway. SEC is outside of Birmingham and Hoover. LSU will play midweek, as will the Cowboys. Give us a sense of where LSU and who they're waiting on.
Well, they're the 3 seed, so they get a first-round bye. It's convoluted SEC tournament. It's single elimination for 8 teams, 4 games the first day, of which LSU's not involved. Then they'll play the winner, I guess, of Vanderbilt, Tennessee at 9:30 Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning.
Yeah, Maneri had a fun.
Baseball in the morning. I don't know.
Maneri had a funny line. He said, LSU students aren't normally known as being morning people.
Right? No, maybe not. I don't know.
But the trophy itself for the SEC tournament, it doesn't mean much. It'll be forgotten in a week. But the tournament does mean something for several teams trying to get LSU among them. I would think LSU has got a regional host lined up, but they could blow it. They could go 2 and out, and
that ends it.
That might hurt them.
Right.
The thing is, there's just so much parity, I think, in the SEC this year. I don't know that there's a great team, but there's not a bad team, particularly. Well, the 2 bad teams got left home. So, you know, really and truly, and it's baseball anyway, so anything could happen.
Yeah.
How important for LSU, for the makeup of this team, is it to get that regional and play at home?
Oh, I think it's very important.
For this team?
Yeah. I mean, you never know where they're going to send you.
Exactly.
Number one. But
venue and competition.
I think. Well, I mean, it's the traditional start of summer in Baton Rouge to have that regional.
Exactly right.
I mean, people will go through withdrawal without that region.
So, all right. So the SEC tournament overall is, it's a postseason tournament, but it carries weight.
Once LSU gets beyond not going 2 and out, then I think it takes a little pressure off.
In the Southland, the Cowboys, they lose 3 down in Thibodeau, and they get swept by Nichols. Not a great way to go into postseason play.
No, it's like they've run out of gas.
Not a great way.
But the term,
and we had
wouldn't it be fitting? The way the Cowgirl softball team, I don't agree with them having a tournament to begin with. If you're going to screw a team out of bid this. Well, maybe the Cowboys can go steal the baseball.
Maybe
from the team that deserves it more.
And they're 7th seed playing the number 2 seed in Nicholls State on Wednesday, so they got a rematch. So maybe that plays into the cards, guys. I don't know, but all of this kicks up really midweek with the SEC tournament in Alabama and up in Conway, Arkansas with the McNeese Cowboys. Another break.
Is it just me, or does it seem like? And I'm not just talking about baseball. I'm talking about McNeese's athletic teams across the board. Every week of the year, one of them's in Conway, Arkansas, it seems like.
Trail to Conway. We won't go there. Back in about 2.5 to wrap it up here at Jack Daniels. Stay right there.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford, Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
Behold the original light beer. The inventor of great taste and less filling. The one that dared to say maybe light beer should taste like beer. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Philip, you guys have been here for 4 years. Why is Tarver Ford doing so well?
Judge, we have a great team with a great passion to win every customer that gives us a chance. Our people are enthusiastic and prepared, our inventory is busted at the seams, and we're discounting prices and giving good money for trades to make deals happen.
Well, it must be working because I see the blue Tarver Ford tags everywhere. But how do you keep customers?
We want customers for life. So at Tarver Ford, every new vehicle includes complimentary lifetime oil changes.
Let us show you how a great team serves its customers a first-class experience.
At Tarver Ford, exit 21, Sulphur.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Brett Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Sound Off 60.
This is it. The big bang of light beers. The one that started it all. 96 of the hardest working calories in the business. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge. Time to stump the wise guys.
Yes.
Because she's so beautiful. We only got one. It's Tyler. That's it.
If we get knocked out by one,
By
we're
one.
in trouble.
That's
She's
it.
teaming up on it. One. All right, here we go. Let's
I
have some
wonder
fun.
what the
ready?
thing-
We're ready, Tyler. We're
Alrighty.
ready.
Let's test your knowledge of Bar Bucks baseball.
Wow. Wait a minute now.
The players are still here. We might
Let
need
me
their
see.
help.
Hold on.
All right, here we go.
All right. The Bucks won their first state baseball championship in 1998. Who did they beat for their first championship?
I was there. I was there.
Here we go.
I know it was in New Iberia. I want to say.
Good guess. I have no clue.
I think West Monroe. But no, I don't
No,
think it
wait
is.
a minute.
You know?
No.
No, he's waiting on
Why
you.
you ringing the
Because I
bell?
thought you knew. That's why.
Gosh, I was there. I wrote a column about it.
I wasn't in
Come
town
on,
when
man.
that happened. I wasn't even in town, so I can't tell you.
You were there.
I wasn't even in town, Scooter.
Take a wild stab. Were they from Baton Rouge
98,
area?
I was
Were
in
they
Denver.
from,
No, I think they were from New Orleans area.
Can you give us a hint?
I'm going to say Jesuit.
Jesuit.
No. Bart beat Salmon 7-5. Salmon.
Salmon. Come on,
Yep.
Scooter.
All right, she stumped us.
We'll let
Number
that one.
two.
That one go.
All
We'll
right.
let that
Y'all
one
ready
go.
for the next
Yes,
one?
we're on the Bar Bucks history now.
All right. Barb coach Glenn Cicchini had his two sons play for him and get drafted in the major leagues.
Yes.
Name the teams that drafted Garen and Gavin Cicchini.
Come on.
Red
we know
Sox
that.
and Yankees.
Mets.
Done.
Red
What'd you
Sox
say?
and Yankees.
Red Sox and Yankees. Moving on to the
the
next
Mets.
one. Mets.
Mets?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Mets
Yeah.
and Red Sox.
You got it.
All right, right.
Right.
That's kind of recent, so our
Yes,
minds
that
are
is.
too taxed on that front. All
All
right.
righty. Two of the most decorated Barb players, Joe Lawrence and Wade LeBlanc, were also drafted into the big leagues. What teams drafted the two former Barb stars?
I got one.
LeBlanc was
Toronto, Joe Lawrence.
Joe Lawrence was Toronto.
I don't know
LeBlanc, I
about
believe, was the Padres.
Was the who?
Padres, Joe.
San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego
Yep.
Padres, yes.
Yep.
We
There
knew
you
that one.
go.
All right.
All right, great job.
All right, bonus
All right.
time.
Bonus question.
Here we go. Already.
Barb has produced 6 state Class 5A MVP players before the championships this weekend. Who were the 6 state MVP award
Come on,
winners?
6.
You talking about the class?
Six.
Okay, state MVP.
Joe Lawrence.
Joe Lawrence.
The guy we just named. Wait, the guy we just
I
named.
don't think Wade LeBlanc won.
Wade LeBlanc wasn't one?
But I tell
think
you,
he
that
was.
big hitter they had a couple of years ago, Homie Rosado,
Yeah.
Homie
Nagel.
Rosado,
Nagel.
huh?
Nagel.
Austin Nagel. Just saw
Austin
him over the
Nagel.
weekend. All right, so Nagel, Rosado, who did we say? Lawrence. That's 3.
That's
And one of
3.
Glenn's son and Glenn's son.
Rosita.
No, maybe. All right, we're going to throw a Caccini. That's 4.
It had to be, yeah. I know one of Caccini's.
No,
Had
we
to
got if you the Jaime
We
Rosario.
need some help. They probably don't know. They're too young.
be. Yeah. What do you think,
I
Scooter?
think we got the if the Rosario's right.
I think
Because one of them won it twice.
Rosado.
All right, we're short on time.
Oh, we're right.
All right. Chad Cooley,
Chad
I forgot
Cooley.
Chad Cooley.
Joe Lawrence,
Joe Lawrence.
Nick Bourgeois,
Yeah.
Nick
Okay, Nick
Bourgeois.
Bourgeois. pitched
Austin
at
Nagel.
Tulane.
Austin Nagel.
Got that
Austin
one.
Nagel.
Ryan Doiron,
Right.
Derwin.
and Homie Rosado.
Who's out? You was
So
right.
we forgot
Y'all got
about
it?
Cooley
Great
and
job.
Bourgeois.
Thanks, guys.
You
Cooley
did a
and
great
Bourgeois.
job.
Thanks.
That was a
You
million
stumped
years
us, Tyler.
ago.
Tyler was
What
pretty
can I
tough.
say?
Queen,
Tyler was
thank
pretty
you.
tough, Tyler.
Appreciate you.
Thank
Oh,
you so
my-
much,
thanks.
Tyler.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, all right, yeah. She stumped us on,
She did, she
question
did.
and a half. Hey, before we go, congratulations again to Kinder.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, they win a state title in an exciting fashion.
They did.
And also Fairview. You know, we had a lot of Buck, and rightfully so. Look, the history of the Bar
Yeah.
Bucks and but you can't forget about, and they're the smaller schools. You know, the 3As and
we
the
consider
Bs,
them local
but
too,
it's
though.
a state championship, and we got to
It is.
congratulate
There's no
them
doubt
as
about
well.
it.
All right, New Orleans Saints, big deal, guys. They're signing their draft picks.
Yeah.
In the last couple of years, get them signed, get them into these OTAs and the mini camps, and get them into the July training camp without any holdups.
I can't wait to see what Cook's going to do, man.
Yeah, they got Brandon
can't wait.
Cooks under a
Can't
4-year
wait.
deal. All right, out of time. A-game, great show,
Always
everybody.
glad to be here.
Again, next Monday, Glenn Caccini will be here to relive
Yes.
his state championship memories.
That should be fun.
We'll do it again. Have a great sports week, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Sound Off 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 60 Monday through Sunday nights, 9 p.m. and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Sound Off 60 also airs throughout the week on Communicom Cable Channel 6 at 9 p.m. across Southwest Louisiana. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the boys and access our website links at soundoff60.com.